Hi, welcome back to Prime. There is a new wine company here in Dallas that is personalizing the way that we enjoy our vino. Domaine Wine Company is the first to offer a concierge-style service to their customers. We have proprietors James Moll and Lance Storer here with us today to tell us about Domaine Wine Company. And also, because I cannot drink wine, we have two very special guests. We've got Greg Brown and Cheryl Powers from WRR to join us on a wine panel. So everyone, thank you for being here. Lance, James, Cheryl and Greg, thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
And so this is a big new venture for the two of you.
It is.
You've just come out, launched your new venture, and the big buzzword is concierge style. So tell us about your concierge style.
Well, our concierge style is very, we go the extra yard.
Right.
I mean, what we're trying to do is we're trying to not just give a special in-store experience, but actually do the other things like go to consumers' homes, especially some more special, more high-end clients. We do cellar management. We do very unique tastings. For example, there's a lot of big box stores around town that they do tastings as well. But when we do tastings, we do things similar to what we have today. Smaller production, boutique, very unique items. And all our items have a sense of place. They're all family-owned estate. Well, almost all of them. We have to carry a few things that aren't family-owned. But our focus is just doing whatever the customer needs. So, for example, if you needed something, let's say like a Chateau Margaux 1982, that's what we can do. We can go get it for you. We can acquire it if it means we have to acquire it from New York or acquire it from France, from the Chateau. We go the extra yard, and that's what it's all about.
And that's what people want nowadays, isn't it? I mean, yes, there's the group of people that want to go and they just want to pick something out to just drink wine, but there's so many people that want that to go that extra mile, and as you say, you don't get that anywhere else. Absolutely,
and in today's economic climate, and it's an age of e-commerce. Everyone has the entire world at their fingertips, and so we had to rethink the way that we're going to do traditional wine retailing. We think those days are gone, and we want to provide a different experience for the consumer.
And I personally want to learn more while I'm drinking a wine. There's so much, there is so much that I have no idea about. And then coming in and seeing two people like you who can really help me. I mean, that's a great experience. And I think nowadays it's about the experience as well, isn't it?
Definitely. Wine, at the core of it, is meant to provide pleasure. It's supposed to be fun, and we want to provide educational services and make it fun, take some of the stigma out of it, and just enhance the experience, which is something you can't do buying online.
Right.
I mean, I think that, the way we kind of looked at it when we decided to start this concept was, when you come in our store, we want to know your name. We want to give you a personal experience. We feel like that's lost in the DFW area these days.
Right.
You walk into a big warehouse, it's so impersonal. We want you to come in the store and feel like it's, you're walking to a friend's shop.
Yeah.
It's a very comforting experience rather than overwhelming. That's what we're looking for.
And that's it automatically gives you a great feeling about that, having that personalized service. But how do you? I know that, as you mentioned earlier, you're very much into the small estates, the family-owned farms. How do you find those estates that you really not many people know about?
We do the work. We taste a lot, and we read a lot. We study, and we talk to people who are on the cutting edge. We've spent a lot of time traveling the world, ferreting out some of these, lesser known properties that are doing unique things, singular wines, and we figure out a way to bring them to the customer.
And we have got 3 very special wines here today. Well, and these ones are you were saying, told me earlier that they're unique, aren't they? There's only a very few in the world.
They're quite unique. In varietals that are not commonly known to, the average wine consumer. Production levels are very, very small, but they offer a very unique experience and flavor profile.
So this is, as we're rolling into the new year in just a few days' time, these are wines to want.
They are wines to want.
For 2013. So before we get started with the wine tasting, what are the basics that every wine lover should know?
That's a trick question.
Trust your palate.
Yeah.
Drink what you like. If it tastes good to you, then it is good. The first thing I would do, though, is find a merchant that you trust and develop a rapport with them, and give constant feedback so that they can tailor your next selection to your taste based on the information given.
Great, and there's no right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
Never.
Because sometimes I find that, in my non-pregnancy days when I'm tasting wine, that somebody is loving a wine. And I just sat there thinking, no, I don't like it. and then I felt that, well, that's, maybe I should be liking it. But so there isn't
we all have different palates.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind them.
Thousands of varietals and tens of thousands of producers, and if we all drank the same thing, it would be Coca-Cola.
That's a good point. Well, let's start then. Which one are we going to start with?
I think we should maybe start actually with the Trousseau.
All right.
Okay, so Greg and Cheryl.
All right. It's exciting.
So that to me, just on first glance, looks like it's quite a pale. Is it a pale red? I mean, I'm sure that's not the right terminology, but
it's quite pale. It's a very not well-known grape. It's Trousseau grape. It's a little-known varietal. In Portugal, they call it Bastardo. It's used in port production, and it's used in the Jura in France, in the Pyrenees Mountains. And there is one grower in California that is growing Trousseau, and Arnot-Roberts is producing this lovely wine, 75 case production. So quite small, and it's provides really interesting flavors. And
so what does the wine panel think?
It's great. The color's interesting. You'd normally look at a wine like this and go, oh, it's a rosé that's going bad, etc. But it's wonderful.
Yeah, so
really nice.
the varietal itself doesn't produce a lot of color, and it's deceiving because it does pack a lot of flavor, and very high acidity, which makes it a perfect foil for food. And you'll see it's a little bit cloudy. There's no fining, no filtration used in the wines. It's all native yeast fermentation, so it's about as natural and unique and esoteric as you will find in California.
I mean, we're talking, what, 3 barrels is?
Yeah, 3 barrels produced, which would be 75 cases, and then you lose a little bit, so it's probably just a touch less than 75 cases produced for the world.
And do you, in terms of tasting wine, I mean, Cheryl and Greg, they know their wines too. So are they tasting as they should be?
They're doing great.
They are. You see, you're swilling beautifully.
Thank you.
That's
Lots
the
of practice.
That's right.
And so is that the thing, when you taste wine, you swirl it around to release the aromas?
Yes. First I would say, look at the wine, because that can tell you a lot about what is coming. If you see very, very deep color, you can expect, full body, full flavored wines, and it has dissipation of color out to the rim. It might have an indication of either alcohol or age. Sheeting on the glass, big bulbous legs might indicate a lot of glycerin or sugar. Very fast running legs might indicate high alcohol. So you look, and then you smell, swirl, smell again, then you taste, and evaluate the finish.
That is amazing. It's such a science behind it. Legs or no legs.
Right, right.
Greg has enjoyed his.
I have.
And I have a question, because I'd heard a sommelier say this, and then others totally dispute it. Is there something called a halo that's important to look at for water content, or
They're
not?
looking at the meniscus, which is at the very
edge.
Very edge. So you're looking at either clear or blue meniscus, and I don't know that I'd be looking for water so much as an indication of age and alcohol.
Well, I think, I know that as New Year is literally just around the corner, and people will be thinking about bubbles and champagne to see in the new year. Let's hop to the champagne and try that one. So tell us about this champagne.
So this is a very small producer called Michel Turgy. It is a 100% Chardonnay produced Grand Cru champagne from the Côte de Blanc. I think there is about 9,000 bottles produced of this for the world. So, certainly much better quantity available than the Trousseau that we started with. But this is a small grower, not a big Grand Marque house with massive marketing budget. This is more the type of wine that we're all about.
And sorry, James.
No, I was just going to jump in saying producers that people might recognize from this area are going to be Krug, Salon, so extremely high-end producers, but this is actually at a much better price.
Right.
And also, like Lance said, much smaller production.
And this is, 9,000 bottles is still not many.
It's not many.
In the whole world. And in terms of, what we look out for in champagne, so what should Greg and Cheryl be really looking for right now? The size of the bubbles, does that make a difference?
Size of the bubbles. In terms of the way that the champagne looks, of course, you want size of the bubbles. Not all glasses provide that experience equally, but you're definitely looking for tiny, tiny bubbles, and sort of a crystalline, clear, transparent color.
And it looks beautifully crystalline. What does it taste like?
It's really nice, kind of creamy.
Oh, it
There's
is?
kind of a creamy taste to it, but some acidity in there, so maybe, lemon curd or something like that.
A touch of green apple, that's what I get.
Yeah, green apple,
but just a touch.
honey and almonds.
Well, everybody, thank you so much. We're not even going to have time to get to our white wine. But if you want more information, go to DomaineWineCompany.com. They are located at 3610 Oak Lawn Avenue in Dallas. And Greg and Cheryl, thank you for being here. Cheers to you all. Have a very happy and safe new year. And Prime will be back in the spring with all new episodes. So join us then. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and we'll see you next time.